Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Hey there, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Are you new in town? Don't think I've seen you before. It's great to see new faces around. And if you'd like it, I can give a tour of our enchanting wonderland. New and improved without the doors. There's no escape for them who would wanna leave. It's a fantastical paradise, and it's not make-believe. I'm so glad to have another member of the band. Everyone else now, so let me take you by the hand. But what is that spy with my robotic guy? Right, I'll read that. I'll read that real quick. So let me take you by the hand. But what is that spy with my... Let's see here. Wait a minute, those are coordinates. Oh, that's pretty neat. All the information you don't need. Bonnie 2.0 online. Scott Coffin's name, Scott Coffin. See you at 12 o'clock or something, 12 something at the park, buddy. Looks like it might be cold outside, so bring it. I'm bringing the coat, John. Besides, John, I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to be going to uptown later to have lunch. Okay? Don't worry, John. I'll see you at noon. I thought you used to do a quick bit for fun. Yeah, camera's staying here. I'm bringing the cameras. I'm bringing in I'm bringing the good tripod with me, so we'll have some fun mechanical stuff to mess with. So, yeah, don't worry, John. I'm ready for it, John. Don't worry, John. I get the stuff around ready to go already. I have to just put stuff in a bag, and that's it. So I'll be leaving here around a certain time, and I'll be down there I'll be there for noon, guys. I definitely see you at noon, John. So right now I'm goofing off right now. The seams. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Let's try to make it right. Don't want to start a fight. And we're so sorry if we give you all a little fright. We're not so scary if you see us in the daylight. You'll be so happy just as long as you survive the night. Survive the night. I'll take you away to enchanted land. Forgive me for being suspicious. Mischief's not on my brand. We're programmed to be pragmatic. If someone messes with the mainframe, it's not that we don't trust you. We do. We love you too. It's just that here at Freddy's, we have a few rules. And if you break them, we will have to break you like you broke our hearts. Memory force to rewire you and repair your damaged parts. Now you wouldn't want that, and frankly, neither would I. But sometimes to do some good, you gotta be the bad guy. In this world we play, we hope that you will stay, and we will throw our most electrifying swap away. Hormone attire is required for you to take part. You got some skin that needs removing before we start.
I'm gonna have to look at some old footage. Hey guys, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to my channel and look at some old footage that's over. I'm gonna look at some old footage I put up a couple weeks ago. So I'm gonna go to my channel now and look up some old stuff I have. Where do I do that? One more song is too. Then I'm gonna go to my old channel, my old Beyblade footage I have filmed. Last song, guys. We're gonna go to some Beyblade footage, and that's it. I'm gonna see some old Beyblade videos. You guys can't see it because I don't know if I can show you guys it, but I will have the audio on.
I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic now.
Not available in all areas.
I win again. Patrick.
Come on, I can smoke you guys. If it was Battleship, I'd smoke you guys in Battleship. But I mean, I can't wait to play Battleship. If I get a chance to play Battleship with friends, I'll beat them. I always beat everyone in Battleship. I always win. Most of the time. The only time I lose is against the computer. That's a that's a beta. That's not be sure. It's a beta. Typewriter. I like those things. I like that model. And Myra is a pain. The oldest Looney Tunes character is Bosco from 1920s. I don't think Bosco even Acme Electronics does exist. The problem is, it's made in Cuba, New York. Asbestos? Well, I think of my channel. See, is Pal Mugman. They like to roll the die. By chance they came on Devil's Game, and gosh, they paid the price. Paid the price. And now they're fighting for their lives on a mission fraught with dread. And they succeed, but don't concede. Well, the devil takes their heads. Which is weird because they're cups. Let's go to the channel. I got some work to do tonight. When the states go marching in. When the states go marching in. I want to be in that number when the states go marching in. Now, where is that? Where are those Beyblades at? Where are my Beyblades at? Where's that Beyblade video at? Beyblade videos I have out. I got a couple Beyblade videos, guys. I worked on them. So I got my cameras cleaned up and pick up my cameras in a bit. Okay, 29 videos. Gonna be over 30 videos by tonight. First live stream we ever did. And only live stream.
We're live. We're live. Andrew versus John. The first beat out. Okay. First beat out.
Oh, I see. Old Maddie.
Doing what? We are doing a payout. This tournament determines how good you are with the speed and help. Okay. And sorry about the quality. We are now. This is live. Come on.
Okay, guys, I've changed this. I can't believe how shaky the footage is.
Yeah.
Matt's there. Somebody. Jerry, the first one we did.
Okay. Ryan.
Fuck it. You guys need to fuck yourself. Who? I didn't put that in the chat. Yeah. Say, guys, watching. Wait, our first official Bay episode was done. Wow, that long ago. Okay. The back in the old days, guys. Okay. First practice air date January 7th. Wait. Yeah. First practice air date January 7th, 2019. Now that's over a year old. So yeah, I'm surprised I still use this card.
Okay. Ryan.
We used a crappy old camera because it was easier to use old camera. I still have the old camera still. We used to put the camera in the Beyblade tournament. We still have the camera. We still have a I don't know, Barry. The thing is, I think he buries a candy. So the quality sucked in this videos, but still, I evolved to a higher grade camera. This was fun doing this at the time, though. But still, today we are gonna have today. There's only 2 people playing.
We're looking game,
Each video is like, oh wait, one video. Hey, some videos we had were short, but I think some of the videos were short and long. Some quality is weird. Some quality is darker, some quality is brighter. March.
Okay.
November.
Then
After August, we died. Okay, and after August 10th of that year,
What?
it died off until recently. Last video of base we have is back in November last year. I heard we have is August. Last part of video we have is on. Last one we did was 9/18 of last month. 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I see that no one actually wants to watch them because they don't want to go it down. But yeah, guys, I like doing Beyblades.
Nothing to oh, we're gonna get home and eat something. But like I said, let's have a tripod in, okay?
I wish I had I wish I had a tripod. Wait, I got 5 of them now. I got 3 tripods now. There's like 4 because the stick is a tripod. I got 4. I wish I had a.
Our agents do the legwork, so saving on auto insurance is easy.
Where's some batteries? Where's some like batteries now? But the scrap came out. Mark Rover, my horns. Mark Rover has horns? I didn't know that.
Oh, here we go. Yes. That is what I call the courtesy honk. I just push this custom button, and it's 2 super quick chirps of the horn that are not only friendly sounding, but it's intentionally not as loud as a normal horn. So I'm going to show you how and why I did this. In the process, I'll
Guys, have a question? Put in the chat and I'll answer it. If you have something to ask me, put in the chat.
First, I'm going to pull over.
Ooh!
1.3 million people die in car crashes per year. So you really want to be able to communicate with other drivers if you want to stay safe. When you think about it, cars only have 2 built-in ways to communicate with each other. You got your turn signal and your horn. And the turn signal is fine, but the problem with the horn is that it's so one-dimensional. It's like if your only tool is a hammer, it's really good at one thing, but it sucks at everything else.
Duh, you don't use a hammer for a damn screw. Even I know that.
And I don't know about you, but now that pretty much everybody owns a smartphone, 99% of the time I use my horn, I'm not trying to avoid a crash. I'm trying to let the person in front of me know it's time to stop reading that text they just received. And that's the issue. I'm not upset. I just want to be like, hey dude, the light's green, no big deal. And this might come as a surprise because I drive a Jetta. But I'm not some hardcore...
You drive a German car.
...tough guy. But even this Jetta, which has just about the most emasculating horn possible, sounds angry when you honk it at a light. And if you try to do a nice quick honk, it doesn't usually register because it bottoms out too quick. So I just push my custom-made courtesy honk button, and because it's so non-confrontational, this will never happen to me.
What the hell? Relax, man.
Situations, not just at stoplights. Like if someone is just sort of drifting in your lane, you're not sure if they see you or not, but you don't want to use your big horn, or if you just want to get someone's attention to tell them something. If someone needs to move forward in traffic or in a drive-thru, it's nice because you don't want to seem like a jerk as they can look right at you in their rearview mirror. You can even use it as a way to say thank you. And I kind of feel like
He hired a person to-
feature on all cars. So you still have your big horn that you can't miss in the case of an emergency, but there should be a smaller button right over here for the courtesy honk. But the good news is that as an engineer, if something
Actually, your horn also works for mooring. Like,
just make it exactly
the last winter, I was wondering with some relatives. It was so snowy and stuff. We slid. Car blew the horns as hard as we could to warn them that we were almost hit them.
No programming required. And then I got 3 of these cool horn buttons to trigger the sound effects for $7 each. So I start on this side by
$20, it's not
my
bad.
cigarette lighter for power, and then I use a 12 to 5 volt power inverter to give me to the right voltage for the soundboard, which is connected to these buttons to trigger the horn sound effects I dragged and dropped onto there. And then coming out of the board, we have a 3.5 millimeter audio cable that plugs into a $13 amp to make it loud enough, which connects to a $13 PA speaker. Now that we have all the components, my buddy Bob from the YouTube channel I Like to Make Stuff came over, and we got...
Oh, I seen that challenge. How's that right? Yeah, guys, I'm going to be on for a little bit until 10:30ish, maybe on.
Joe Biden's criminal.
I'll be on for a little bit, guys, because in a bit, around 10 o'clock, I have to pack my gear up and get my camera gear around 10:30, or do it now a bit. Do some my camera gear. I have to use it for something later, but yeah, I'm going to be leaving later to get my camera gear picked up. Who is still money from a burger place? Seriously. Watching BMG Fun, which is a good channel. Please for coming after ya. Seriously, who's still from a burger joint, huh? What idiot was still from a burger joint? We got a fancy European, we got a fancy sports car against a Ford Fiesta? Or is that Ford Taurus? I can't tell. It says police, stop. Ooh, old 50 Chevy, I like that. I put in comments one time to do older cars. Do a lot of older cars. School bus! Oh, right into a van. The school bus didn't get hurt. Nice old cars. If I could get this game BMG, I would film me doing something else in the cars. I'd be having older police cars in the game. Hey! There's the criminal. Wanted. Fire engines! Oh no! Oh, that's kind of stupid. Ain't smart. Why would the fire chief be going with him? Wait, he has no restrictions. He's the highway. Okay, he's trying the new Ford police car to wreck it. Now they're in Arizona. This is pretty cool, though. Yeah, they're in Arizona. Like I said, if you want to ask me something, just put in the chat. I'll answer it. So now we got this highway patrol chasing this car on a dirt road. The same Japanese sports car. I think it might be a Mitsubishi because of the rock slide. Looks like an orange Mitsubishi. Looks like a Mitsubishi. Ooh, there goes the Ford Taurus police car, the new one. Ooh. Car can't go anywhere, but police officer's fine. Oh well. I think it might be a Mitsubishi Evo. Because the rear wing it's on there looks like a Mitsubishi Evo. Oversized load. 2 things to steal. Wow, look at these older cars. Road works. Lost his bumper. What rabbit is... Wait a minute. What rabbit is the... Depends, John. There's two rabbits in the show, okay? There's a dwarf rabbit and then there's a harlequin rabbit. Which one you want to know, John? There's two different types of rabbits. There's a harlequin rabbit that actually... Okay, now, they actually kind of have... It's kind of based off Leo's tissue, John. Because you know the jerks that made Leo mad? They have a harlequin rabbit's that person. And two assistants. And then you got Haru that Legacy likes. So if the dwarf rabbit's Haru... Yeah, John, it's whoa! It's Haru, John. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I'm done watching this. I'm going to watch something else. So it's Haru. You say about that long. So it's Haru. It's Haru. Beast Haru. It's Haru, John. That's who I think you're thinking of Haru. She's on the cover of book 3, John. Haru's on the cover of book 3. You and me, baby, like that. That'd be funny as hell. That was true, but that's not going to happen. Ooh, here's the video I want to see. It was made a week. 80K already within 5 days. Wow. You and me, baby, like
Last time I covered a tragic side story, I talked about the challenges that carnivore-herbivore interspecial relationships bring. Now, I'm back with episode 2 of this series, and this time we're going to cover another type of interspecial relationship. One with a poisonous carnivore and a non-poisonous carnivore.
Ooh, look at his
I
grandmother.
usually give longer intros, but I literally can't go any further without giving a spoiler warning. So here it is. Spoilers for chapter 189.
I don't care about spoilers.
Oh, boy.
I just want to know.
So, with that out of the way,
To know.
Gosha
Think
and Toki. This is something I've
is
been waiting
honest
for a long time. Like a long.
Just see here. What I mean. Neither one is. If I had to choose, I'd choose Haru, because that one's a bit. Their one's actually a bitch, and Haru gets bullied on. So technically, neither one is honest. Just leave it at that. Neither one's honest. But if I had to be, if I would be, I'd stick with Haru because Haru doesn't have a good bitch, total bitch.
A long time. All the way back in chapter 103, Haru showed us Gosha's backstory. Okay, wait, another backstory. Since when was he part of a gang? What? Anyway, there was this wolf girl, and now in the present day, she's no longer here. What happened?
She kissed
Chapter
him.
142 happens, and oh look, it's confirmed that she's dead. But what happened? Haru, what happened? So
what is with this?
back at the beginning of December, I released the Gosha video, and there was a lot of discussion in the comments on just how the hell Gosha's wife died. I thought it was like natural causes or something like that, but she was only in her 50s, so that wouldn't make any sense. So that led me to believe that something was up, but I had no clue what the hell it could have been. I made a joke saying that maybe young Melon killed her or something, but really,
Melon's just wrong.
But
Melon just
people
effed up bad.
the idea that Gosha
Melon's effed up.
on accident.
I haven't even met Melon yet, but Melon's an idiot.
And surprisingly, that thought had never crossed my mind, and yet it seems so obvious. So I kind of just rolled with that theory as being probably what actually happened. But as the chapters went further and further on, and the climax of the Revenge of the Love Failure arc began to draw to a close, I pretty much accepted the fact that we were probably never going to figure out what happened to Legosi's grandmother.
Hey Patrick, did you read the new chapter of Beastars yet? Here, I'll send you the Ember link.
Please don't.
Haru did it. Oh my gosh, she actually did it. the chapter we've been waiting for.
I have to wait for the book to come out to read it.
So, were our theories correct? Well, kind of, but for me personally,
I can't wait to read it. The problem is I go get print copies though, so I'm so far behind. That's what
Let's start from the beginning.
I actually have to
The
wait.
Beastars reality-
I have to wait, guys, because this year I got book 1. It's weird that within 2 months I read book 1 through 8. Okay, I read the whole Beastars thing. Now I could get the book next month in November, or I could do the power thing and wait till February, and get 2 books. Price 1, which I'm gonna wait until February to get the other 2 rest of the books. But yeah, we're talking about Beastars right now, which is surprising. But yeah, guys, I just can't wait. I'm getting spoiler warnings, which technically do help me, do not help me. According to my knowledge, okay, now someone told me online, I was reading online, who is the I don't know, because that would be technically something that's not in my wheelhouse. Because they're 10 or 9 years old, and they're doing stuff that Candace keeps telling them everything. Oh, okay, there you go, Candace. Candace tells them what they're doing, and they don't believe her, so that's it. Candace is telling the truth. That's about it. But we're still with Beastars, John. Okay, we're still with Beastars right now, okay?
is pretty damn harsh. Among it, half the population has to live every day with a demon inside them that they have to keep in check at all times. And then another portion of them have
What
to
the
deal with
heck is
that
this
every
shit?
time someone is even touched by them, they could fucking melt. You could buckle under the pressure, or you could live with it.
You
Sure,
can melt?
Life would be a lot less fun with always having to be so cautious, but that's why I want to segue into why Gosha is so likable. Sure, Gosha got the short end of the stick.
Oh,
when
book
it came
13,
to,
he's in it.
Well, existing. But he doesn't
Okay,
let
so
that
I'm
bring him
gonna-
down. Nature was like, you were born to be a poisonous monster. And then Gosha was like, screw you, you Allah bastard! And grew up as pretty much the opposite of a monster. Terry the Phantom, which means that he's super nice. The worst things in life have happened to Gosha. He's feared for his venom, and he gets discriminated against for being, well, him. Everything is stacked up against him all the time.
I'm surprised that
He
we don't
never
see no
lets that
more.
bring him down.
It's a
He keeps going and accepting that the past happened.
You know what I understand is, I thought he'd have at least one. I mean, you know what makes no sense? You know what would be pretty cool if Gosha could have, which is actually, okay, I spoiled it, guys. Gosha is Legacy's grandfather. He's a Komodo dragon. I've been hiding it for so long, I know, but other YouTubers who do Beastars talked about it, so there, I finally said it. The thing is, though, we're too far ahead. Now, give me a minute here. I'll be back in a second to do something real quick. Back in a second. I'm going to give me a water and something else to do. Some treats? I'll give you some treats. There you go. Here's your treats. Hi, guys. I'm back. Let me fix them real quick here. My hoodie on stuff. It wasn't that going to be. I'll bring my hoodie because I'm going to show everything hardly anything. So here we're going to do. Okay, Mr. Detective. Okay, so yeah, guys. Now I finally told you guys the secret, which I didn't want to tell no one. No, it was like Christian's up here. So yeah, Legacy's grandfather is a Komodo dragon. The thing I don't understand is why didn't his grandfather remarry? Is what I don't understand into another Komodo dragon. Because I had this idea pretty funny. Okay, I'm glad they didn't do it. Okay, before we talk. Okay, I hope that later. Okay, now according to people say the book goes from chapter 1. Now the TV series goes from chapter 1 to chapter 49. That's not true. It goes from chapter 1 to chapter 47 or 48, something like that. I read those chapters. So according to my knowledge, book chapter 51 and up is where the TV series is going to finish. Not true. Now I read the books. I read the book from chapter 1 through that blank. Yes, it's true. I guess what. John, I don't know yet long to overwear one. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah, John. Now, okay, guys, back to Beastars.
Never letting go of the fact that it did happen, but he still keeps moving forward with his head up. Gosha gives back to his community. He cares for everyone's well-being, and overall, he's just a great person. And that's why people love him so much. Well, that, and also because Gosha just radiates positivity, and we love him for that, don't we? So now on to Toki.
Yeah, his
First
grandparents
off, I'm
got
so
arrested for
glad
that.
we finally learned her name. I've been wanting to know that for the longest.
Okay, the thing I do know is I found out something, guys. Technically, Legacy's grandfather broke the law, which kind of makes us okay. According to what I found in an earlier video watching the show, they found out that 10 years ago the law was passed, but think of it, they're 50. They get married. Who knows when they got married? But 10 years ago, so in 2010 the law got passed, or 2010 or 2009 the law got passed, saying that you can marry different types of species. Back then, you couldn't do that. Still, it's definitely the same way still today in some places or some countries because of religion. But yeah, in 2010, they changed the law. Or I mean, actually, 2010 or 2008 or something, they changed the law. 10 years later, 10 years ago, they changed the law. So Lacey would be about 7 years old when they changed that law. Because this information is over 8 months ago when the 8 months ago they talked about it. This guy talked about 8 months ago or something like that, 8-9 months ago, almost a year ago. So the law was passed in 2008, 2009. So that's interesting. So yeah, let's finish this up now. I'll talk about it later.
Longest time. There's no reason why she's named that, but look, I'm gonna save that for a bit later. So what's so wholesome about these two is that even though they are discriminated against hard on, they just don't give a fuck because they love each other so much. I would say that the one thing life blessed them with is that in a 1 in 500 chance of them actually having a biological child, they were able to. That child was Liano.
Leisha's mother
was living proof of Toki and Gosha's undying love. And look, Peru, thank you for finally throwing them a bone. They really deserve at least one good thing happening to them in their lives. And come on, Peru, just let them be happy. But
she's nuts.
We already covered
Oh, you're
Liano's
nuts.
story in the Gosha video. So now back to Toki. So something I want to point out is that we kind of don't know if the two are married or not. In chapter 98, we learned that marriage between a poisonous creature and a non.
Okay, I need to read this real quick, guys. I'm sorry, I'm going to read this real quick because I've never read it yet. I'm going to read what it says here, okay? If you fall into one of these following categories, then say goodbye to marriage. Okay, so these are animals you can't marry, okay? Now, this is pretty funny, okay? Let's do this. Marriage between a land and sea animal, which that makes sense. Oh, marriage between a poisonous and non-poisonous animal. For example, can legacy from extreme poison draining. Ooh, I'm not going to read this. With blank. Poison animals can, unfortunately, excrete some poison blank during blanking. During blankety blank. I'm not going to say what it is. Marriage between a predator, offensive, and herbivores. Size is not an issue. There is a case where an African elephant married a hedgehog, and became a what the hell? Okay, that's well, it's not bad as a mouse. Okay, about here, it's a size is not an issue. Okay, there's an elephant and married a hedgehog. That's kind of like saying, okay, now let me make this. It's like saying Alaska married Rhode Island. That's how it's like. It's like Alaska married Rhode Island, or Russia married Vatican City. Well, actually, no. Wait, that's like no, that's rat. Sorry, hedgehog. I can't tell you about hedgehog. Hedgehogs are not big as Sonic is. They're lots shorter than that. Actually, I have seen hedgehogs. Hedgehogs are not that big. They're not that big at all. They're quite small. But yeah, that's pretty. Well, actually, that makes more sense. But yeah, so they can't marry because they're poisonous, and the law didn't change.
Poisonous creature is illegal. But then in chapter 164, Mom and Peru, just let them be happy.
I'm rewinding this a
But
little bit.
we already covered Liano's tragic story in the Gosha video.
Oh, we'll
So
see her
now
in chapter
back to
16.
Toki. So something I want to point out is that we kind of don't know if the two are married or not. In chapter 98, we learned that marriage between a poisonous creature and a non-poisonous creature is illegal. But then in chapter 164, Gosha mentions that he married Toki, but that's not legally possible. Maybe it was a translation error. I'm not quite sure. But
Or there are ways you can get married to whoever you want to get married to. There is a way you get married to someone you can't get married to. How do you do that? But you're wondering. Well, there are types of lizards that are like Komodo dragons. They're not poisonous. He lied to the person, or that he gave a priest some extra yen. Two things. One, that gets the priest some extra yen, or in our term, extra cash to make it happen. That's actually how gay couples got married back then. I know for a fact, back before the law was passed, gay couples got married. Gays or lesbians got married. Or bisexual, okay, gay couples got married, or, gay couples or lesbian couples got married. I do know that, I know a person that did get married in a state back then that didn't allow it. The priest said, okay, I can do it for you on one condition. You don't tell no one, and you give me a little extra grease. You know my drift? He said, yes. And he said, where's this money going to go to? All this money is going to the church now. After we do, okay. So he said, well, I can't do this. We need at least one witness. How about my brother? He's the one he's going to be my best man. Well, how about my brother? My brother and his wife came to watch it happen. Yeah, and actually, I know this because I know the person. I actually know the brother of that guy who got married. Okay, they actually got married. Okay, he said, and his brother, he told he told he wouldn't tell the parents. So they actually got married. Okay, they give the priest a little bit extra K, which is technically not a sin. Okay, because the priest didn't keep all the money. The priest said, okay. The priest gave he kept maybe a third of the profit, maybe a third of that piece. Him, the person helped marriage wedding. Everything else went to the church, he said. Everything went to the church. Which, according to what my brother said, after the church was done with, he said, I can't leave this. I know, I can't leave it either. The pastor told, well, the rest of his money's going in here. Put it in the offering box. So technically, this does happen sometimes. But so I think he told the priest or whoever got married in Japan, get a little extra yen. Because that does happen. It used to happen a lot in Michigan. I mean, I don't know what state it was in, though, but I do know, well, actually it happened in, not Michigan, happened in Indiana, which Indiana back then, you couldn't do that. Back then, only 2 or 3 states were legal to do that. Then they changed the law. Yeah, right. Mr. Beast, tell him to give you some money, he'll block you. Oh, by the way, I bought someone's channel. Oh, by the way, John, I bought Mr. Hasman's channel. Bought McLean Hasman's channel for a decent amount of money. Now I'm broke. I told him you can run the channel, you will run it, but I'm taking over your channel. I tried buying. I'm going to be buying. He says if he thinks he has no use for the channel, John, I might be buying his channel off of him. I might be buying his channel, John. Then I get to run it my way, the wrong way. Who knows? But I talked to him. He said, "Hey, if it doesn't work out much longer, I'll leave the channel for free." I might give him some money for the channel. I might buy the channel off them really easily. Oh, well, who knows? But the channel would be awesome. Okay, guys, now back to Beastars because I got to go in about 2 hours. It's already 8:30 already? Wow, in about 2 hours I have to leave. Who knows? I'm staying on though.
really doesn't matter for the two of them because
So I'm gonna
as I
get
was
some money
saying,
around,
the two
go
of them were
uptown,
madly in love,
get some money, and that's
they
it.
really did want to share that love with each other. in
Wow,
any
he has
way
big
possible.
feet.
And
Grandpa
for
has
the
big
most
feet.
part, they could. Well,
Right.
except for
The kiss of death. I seen this video last week, guys.
the two of them were madly in love, and they really did want to share that love with each other in any way possible. And for the most part,
Which is good. Well, technically that means Legacy is a part Komodo Dragon. When Mr. Beast let me, I know I've been subscribed to him for long. I've been subscribed to long. Since you showed me his videos, I subscribed to him because he's pretty good. Thing is, though, it said I got a playback from one of his videos. It said Mr. Beast Industry saying, "Yeah, you'll never come. Yeah, right. We don't believe you're subscribed." Oh. Come on, I explained a couple of his videos, but you know what though, John? If either one of us gets you on there, John, think it though. You get to have what if he actually did that? But the rule was you have to have under subscribers. That would help us out, wouldn't it? If you had to have at least under 100 subscribers. That worked for us, wouldn't it? Right, John? That worked for us, wouldn't it? Or anyone that has 100 subscribers. Be on the channel forever. Okay, now time for more base stars.
they could. Well, except for one thing.
Honey, kiss me.
Aww.
Toki, what's up? You look cute today. Mhm.
Mm.
This is Texas Spray.
There.
Come on, you worry too much.
We venom bearers have to be very careful. You know how terrifying a Komodo dragon's venom is. Don't be so pouty.
If you
But why put
spit.
it down like this after a kiss? Isn't it?
Okay. The thing I found out, Komodo dragons are poisonous. Not their venom, their saliva is also poisonous. So something else must have screwed up inside her body because, according to my knowledge, some things you do with loving stuff, I can't say what, something has to do with maybe second base or third base, could end up with some poison. Because I did look online, and some Komodo dragons, which there's only one kind of Komodo dragon, certain types of Komodo dragons could kill their host if it wasn't their Komodo dragon. I can't say what though.
Romantic. We're living together, and yet
Hey, your favorite drama just started.
So Gosha's okay with this reality of never truly being able to kiss his wife because he's great at coping with everything. But Toki, on the other hand, has a lot of trouble accepting this, but that didn't stop her from unconditionally loving Gosha. Sure, it bothered her a bit, but that didn't really cause any tension between the two. So before I go on to the next scene,
Oh, look at that
I wanna
old
bring
camera.
up
Look at that
some
nice
shared
camera.
character traits between Toki and Legosi that might shed a little bit more light on the scene I will be covering soon. So as we know, Legosi
Yep,
inherited
same.
Gosha's extreme consciousness for the physical well-being
And his
of
venom.
mountain. Well, that's as long as their morals don't go against his own, but yeah. Legosi tends to really care for even the smallest parts of other people. That's what he inherited from Gosha. But now, what about Toki? Well, that trait is doing anything to achieve a personal goal, even if it ends up seriously harming yourself a lot. And we see that happen again and again
Ooh.
and again
Ooh.
and again and again.
He got shot?
Yeah, you get the point. Legosi has fucking endured an explosion in pursuit of something that he's passionate about. So yeah, again, he inherited that trait from Toki. Toki is very passionate about pursuing what she wants. In fact, she wouldn't care about all the judgment and hate thrown at her for being in love with a Komodo dragon. She'll pursue her love no matter what. And by no matter what, I mean no matter what.
Happy birthday, Toki.
thanks.
Having dinner on the balcony like this. I'd love to book a table at a restaurant or something, but sorry, my venom's just not good for eating it.
It's fine. Aren't we eating outside?
What are you
right
doing?
now?
Thinking.
It's better than any restaurant. I think to myself
Wait.
that
Actually, I have no clue, John. I never played Sonic. Sorry, John. I never played Sonic. Don't know. Never played it. They never made it for Xbox. The only Sonic game I know is a Sonic game that was played on Sega Genesis, which those go for about $100 where I live. John, the only thing I know is that Sonic was on Sega Genesis. That's all I know. So I really don't know, John. I seriously don't know. Sorry. No way. No way. When did that come out? I'll have to watch that later.
with you, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Oh!
Huh?
Oh,
It's empty.
I need to rewind that. He kissed her. She kissed him. He kissed him. The problem is he's poisonous.
Aren't we eating outside right now? It's better than any restaurant. I think to myself that with you, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
I never get to read the book. Oh, she kissed him. Wait, alcohol?
Huh? It's empty.
Alcohol.
Ever been.
Oh, he kissed her. He kissed him. Alcohol, that's what it says in the bottle, alcohol. Alcohol.
Huh? It's empty.
Now she's gonna
You
kill.
really didn't see this coming, did you? That I'd empty your disinfectant spray bottle? That I'd dispose of your disinfectant supply? You were so absorbed in loving your family
Toki, why?
that I made you forget about your Komodo dragon complex.
Toki!
For me,
Oh no, she's melting.
it's a victory. I love you, Gosha.
She committed suicide.
Fuck. All this time I thought that Toki died because Gosha wasn't careful, when in reality, it was Toki willing to risk.
So she killed herself
Joe
for
Biden's
just for this one
plan
kiss. So
will
kiss of
improve the
death.
justice system, ending mandatory minimum sentences, ending private prisons, and end cash bail. A real plan for real change.
And we can get there together.
We will create a system that's fair and just.
She kissed me and died. Yeah. Sad.
To risk it all for her love. At first, I didn't really get why Toki would risk her life for just a kiss, but after a lot of thinking about it, I really put myself into her perspective and I understand her actions now. Love is a powerful thing. And some people say that once they find their true love, their life is complete. And look, I didn't understand why Toki was willing to die for this, but then I read the Arlong Park arc of One Piece.
Now, what?
Without
I don't.
getting
What the
too
heck
much
is One
spoilers
Piece?
for that, there's a character who could have very much saved her own life by lying that she doesn't have kids. But she loves her two daughters so much that she could never openly.
Yeah, a Komodo dragon. Okay, this and a wolf. Okay, the wolf kissed the Komodo dragon, which technically Komodo dragon's saliva is poisonous. It's just as poisonous as their venom is. So yeah, which I can begin. Yeah, that's not the worst part.
Doesn't have kids, even to save them.
That's why she didn't kill herself by trying to have love, make love.
For them was. And love is a very strong thing, and sometimes it involves moral codes. Moral codes. That does sound super familiar. Maybe Toki's definition of fulfilling true love was being able.
A male Komodo dragon and a female wolf. So technically, that would work out perfectly as something that someone said wouldn't work out. Well, technically, it did work out, and it didn't work out. Technically, if it's a male reptile making love to a mammal, then it works. But if it's a female reptile making love to a mammal, then that's a problem because of eggs. But since it's okay, minus the echidna and platypus. Okay, you say okay in this world, platypus and echidnas don't exist, so just don't worry about that part there. But yeah, so it's a Komodo dragon in love with a wolf. Okay, and in this world, I don't think the platypus or the echidna exists, which I know there are only two males in the world that have eggs. But that's all I'm gonna say.
To have just one real kiss with the love of her life. She did say with her dying breath that this was a victory for her, but either way, she did die from it. In a sense, this might have been, in her eyes at least, her ultimate act of love. She wanted to love every part of Gosha, even the parts that he didn't love about himself. She was aware of all of the boundaries and limitations that came with interspecial relationships, but for just one night, she wanted to go be.
But is that Lakeshre's grandfather is a dragon, and Lakeshre's grandmother was a wolf. That's how it actually worked, okay? Which it's confusing, but yeah. The thing is, though, he doesn't have to. It's just confusing, but yeah. You have to read the books to understand it, John. I read all the books.
She pursued something that she wanted so badly, regardless of the consequences. Legosi's the same way. He wanted to teach Riz a lesson from one carnivore to another. He also knew that Riz was fully intent on killing him and knew that his chances of living might not have been the best. Despite all of that, Lugosi still pursued his duel with Riz because he was extremely passionate about it. We don't know too much about Toki, but we can piece together why she did what she did through the actions of Lugosi. So even though she's gone...
Wait, what? Kids, but she... They had a kid. They had a baby. Yeah, at the time they had a baby wolf, which is actually Legacy's mother. Yeah, Legacy's mother, after she had a kid, she did something stupid. When Legacy was 13, she committed suicide. Which, the reason she committed suicide is because, if you don't know why, it was an older episode and it's a different chapter. This is a newer. She committed suicide because she, you say it was kind of like a Michael Jackson. Okay, how can I explain it? It's kind of like a Michael Jackson thing. Okay, how can I explain this to you? Okay, she killed herself because she was turned into like a Michael Jackson thing. Okay, you know Michael Jackson was something else and he changed and he turned into a different color. How Michael Jackson was white and he turned from black to white. It's kind of like that. Okay, instead of being a wolf like she was, when she got older, she started turning into her father was. Okay, that's kind of what she did. She committed suicide because she's turning into like a Michael Jackson thing, kind of. That's how it's kind of like she's kind of like turning into like a half. Like she finally started to turn into what her father was, and she started turning into like a half breed. So she kind of did it was like a Michael Jackson thing. Just look at that, like a Michael Jackson thing is what he was turning into. She was turning. Her mother was turning into like a Michael Jackson thing.
She lives on in the heart of Gosha. What also makes this tragic is, as I was saying before, the harsh reality of this world. Gosha really is a venomous creature, and he will never be
that's all I said, John.
feel like others around
That's all the spoilers I'm going to give you.
But that's okay, because he's accepted.
Because I don't know yet either. I haven't seen it yet.
It may be easy for Gosha, but for everyone else, it isn't so easy. There are many venomous creatures out there
sort of
who
mask.
just want to be loved, but can't because they're feared and discriminated.
I just told you nothing. I haven't actually told you too much more than I don't even know.
Outside their species,
You
they
start
have
reading
to
the
be
book.
extremely careful because apparently their ejaculation can contain venom. But look, like how carnivores were cursed with a demon living inside them, venom.
Wait, I'll read that again. That's what I said. I didn't tell you because of that.
Creatures out there who just want to be loved but can't because they're feared and discriminated against. And if they do find love with someone outside their species, they have to be extremely careful because apparently their ejaculation can contain venom. But look, like how carnivores were cursed with a demon living inside them, venomous creatures not only have that, but on top of that have to deal with venom. And that's something awful to have to deal with every single day. But again, I'm going to reinforce this. Gosha, you're amazing. You were born with everything stacked up against you, but you still keep your head up strong after everything. Seeing how hard life is for venomous creatures and seeing how you lost the love of your life, it's extremely tragic. Life keeps on taking from you and never gets back. And that's what really makes this seem tragic, to me at least. A good portion of that reason why, of course, was Toki's death. Seeing how it actually happened crushed me. But also another reason why it hit me so hard was because it was another awful event in the life.
I have to go to, whoops! I have to go to post too.
Who doesn't deserve all
so
the awful
leave here at 10:30. Get up there around 11.
Every time he
go to the bank. Go to the post office. Get food.
Even his own grandson didn't talk to him for 5 years because of the genes that he passed down to his mother. But look, every cloud.
So I got stuff to do. I have to get everything done with before I go down to the zoo today for the Melee tournament.
Gosha has
I'll bring the good tripod down. That's it. Or maybe the good tripod.
Gosha's happy, then that means that he's continuously moving forwards and still being happy even despite all the awful things from his past. Toki, may you rest in peace. Gosha will always love you. Now, before I get into the credits, I want to talk about something real quick. Beastars is ending, and people have been asking me what I'm going to be doing. Am I going to stop?
Beastars is ending? No!
Just because the series is done doesn't mean that there isn't so much more to talk about.
How many books are there?
One Boys, Goheen, Juno, so much. But also, I will branch out a bit too.
I
have a video coming up sometime in November where I talk about the Murder Solution arc, the York New City arc, and Arlong Park. So get ready for that.
Sorry.
Believe me, I still got a lot more in store for you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, you do that, John. I'm staying on
Still
till.
very much working
I'll
on
stay on
these
till 10
complex
o'clock-ish.
movie. Just,
Ooh.
I'm just kicking my ass right now. But hey, I will get through it. and I
What
will
the heck
continue
is
it, don't
that?
worry. So I really want to thank Dahlia, Dawn, and Joseph. We all had so much fun recording this video. And in fact, I have a small little behind-the-scenes skit on Twitter that we did for this. Go check them out.
I don't have
check out
Twitter.
behind the scenes. Also, follow me on Twitter and join my
So yeah,
Discord.
guys,
We have a lot of fun there.
I got stuff to do
So, as
around.
always, here are my patrons.
I got
You
stuff
should
to do.
totally consider becoming one. For just $1 a month, you can get access to a bunch of cool B-stars.
Sorry,
and
nope,
more
not gonna happen.
dubs. They get privately uploaded to my second channel, and you can view them a week before I post them and make them public on that channel.
Sorry, not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on, guys, until like 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna be on for a while.
System. Here is Joe Biden's plan to reform it, ending mandatory minimum.
Yeah.
B-Stars. That's right.
Not this one
I
again.
am finally talking about this show, so you can start with the comments now. So many.
So yeah, guys, I'm gonna watch something else now. Now.
These massive drones are attempting to plant 20 million trees from the sky. But to find out how it ended up here in the middle of this forest, we need to go
Now-
back 6 months. Because that's when Mr. Beast hit 20 million subs, and someone suggested to celebrate he should plant 20 million trees. It went super viral
Now something
on
different.
Reddit and Twitter, at which point someone else suggested he should team up with me and a bunch of other
Yeah, right.
Which got me thinking.
You
And so
guys finally
I
reached your
got to
goal.
Oregon to meet with
Reach
Mr.
over your
Beast's
goal.
crew to plant 20 million trees.
Yeah, you already reached your goal. Okay, this is only done. This was done almost a year ago, and they already reached their goal of 20 million trees. This is done 11 months ago. Oh, they reached their goal. Oh, they reached over their goal of over 20 million trees. They reached the goal before the end of the year. They reached their goal. So before they got their goal, reached their goal before December. They reached everything. Got their goal of over 20 million trees before December hit. And this was issued a month ago. So actually, over 20 million trees were planted this year, guys, according to my knowledge.
One down, 19 million.
He's giving Chandler a noogie.
More to go.
Our girl's giving Chandler a noogie.
20 million trees in a 48-hour time period.
The statistics may not be in our favor, but we got grit.
Abort! These guys are talking a big game. They know what they're doing, but we're gonna go do an impromptu poll test.
First of all, I don't love the angle. Can I just say that off the bat? Oh, wow.
Over that day. Chandler's yawning.
We've been planning all day. Solid 8 hours. We're up to like 250 trees.
Not enough.
So, I mean, it's a start. It's definitely a start. Can we just say, look who's the dirtiest?
I saw you ripping stuff.
Wow.
Just look who's the
Yeah.
dirtiest.
Come on, Mark. Mine's back kills. 200 trees. 300 after a full day of planning. 300's less than 20 million.
So after talking it over, we decided we would play to our strengths.
You know, something different. Oh, I like this one. This one's funny. I wish we had these here. If I had some of these, I'd be throwing them at people right now. Love to throw at you guys. Throw at my subscribers because they don't like
A
me.
while back, I was eating lunch with some coworkers, and we were debating about just how far you would sink if you jumped into a pool of these water balls. For example, would it go up to your calf, or to like your waist, or all the way above your head? Everyone seemed to have a different theory. In fact, I asked about 100 people, and you can see how much the guesses vary. So as a firm believer in the scientific method, I decided to test our hypotheses. So I'm here today in the backyard of the Backyard Science. So for the past 6 months,
We've been stockpiling these water balls in Kevin's backyard, and today is finally the moment of truth.
I wish like Kevin or Zachary. Zach Heiser. Why can't I wish it was like Zach Heiser right now? Is this anything? Yeah, Zach Heiser I'm thinking of. That was like Zach Heiser. He has fun all day. Well, he's been missing for 6 months, but he finally came back. That's good. That's a lot of Orbeez. That's a lot of Orbeez.
Alright, you ready for this? Let's do it. So take a moment to guess in the comments below of how far you think we'll sink, and then we'll see if you're right.
This is going to be funny
For the
because
record, I think I will sink to about here. Okay, here we go.
up to your neck.
This feels so crazy. This feels like compressed on all sides, but it's so smooth and like slippery. So it looks like I was wrong by quite a bit, and we have to reject the null hypothesis.
That feels good too, I bet. I'm stuck.
So
He's bubbles. He's cardboard says I'm stuck.
I decided to call my nephews
living in my friend's house.
in my ongoing quest to be the favorite uncle. Only I might have forgotten to tell them there'd be no water in the pool. Also, that Kevin was right there.
You guys ready to go swimming in this?
Before we go swimming in 25 million Orbeez, let's talk about why I was wrong.
His feet are all screwed up.
Buoyancy. So here's a riddle. When this ice melts, will the water level go up or down? As you can see here,
I got it for only an hour. Wow.
This is 50,000 Orbeez. This is 200,000. This is 400,000. How many Orbeez is that?
That's 1 million Orbeez.
Yes, that is 1 million Orbeez. That is only 1% of our Orbeez. That's a weird
I don't know. Should I bring the big tripod or the medium one? I don't know. Tripod with your brain.
100 boxes.
That's a lot of Orbeez, Mr. Beast. Kevin did before you did. Sorry, back to your scientist or before you did. 50 million Orbeez.
50 million. What has enough Orbeez to fill up all of the United States? Dude, these things get like 30 times bigger with water.
Hold the back to your scientist. I'll tell you what you need to know. Damn.
100 million Orbeez.
Damn.
999,984.
Ow. And now we're going to take these 100 million Orbeez, and we're going to put them on the tarps back here in the backyard, wait for it to rain, and we have so many Orbeez that it might literally overflow this fence. We might not be able to contain them.
Orbeez! Yeah! Whoa!
Whose backyard is it? It's funny. Oh, I had to hurt like hell. It's like gumballs. Gumball, 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 gumball. Yummy, 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 yummy.
So now that we've proven we have 100 million Orbeez, we're going to fill this pool and this entire backyard with them. PewDiePie will have as many subscribers as we have Orbeez here within like a year. I'll make sure of it.
You guys are gonna have a hard time cleaning those out. Fun. Okay, I took one already. I'm just moving off, guys.
Thanks to daylight savings time, it got dark pretty early. But the ones we did put in the pool got ginormous. So this is pretty awesome. These 30 Orbeez fill up like about the palm of my hands, and we have 10 million of these.
Yeet!
Noted. So we still have 97 million Orbeez, and we're going to lay them on these tarps. It's going to rain for 10 hours tonight, and hopefully the rain will land on the tarps. All 97 million will get big, and this backyard will be full. Let's do that. So Garrett, how many Orbeez do you think we put in the pool?
probably like 1 million.
I know. And look how many. That's only 1 million. Wow.
Are they pretty?
Those are really pretty,
I
actually.
want to give them a touch.
You like that one?
Yeah. Dude, these Orbeez are slippery.
He's faking it.
Anyways, forget about him. We're going to keep filling up this pool. Dude, that is like so many Orbeez. That is 100,000 Orbeez. There's a couple million Orbeez in here.
Yeet. If you eat one thing that has been yoted, the yeet gods will help you.
Chris.
Yeet.
Like, we have a new helper.
Aww.
I can't throw the bucket, right, Jake? You guys got mad at me last time.
Well, at least he got up. There goes the bucket.
Well, that's not appropriate at all.
It slipped.
I don't know what this is.
This guy stole my package and he's about to open it in his house.
Hello.
What he doesn't know is that
Glitter
this is
bomb!
a custom-built bait package that is recording him on 4 different cameras that just released a pound of the world's finest glitter along with some other nasty surprises.
What the fuck?
But to understand how we got to this
You
point,
stole Mark
we need to go
Rower's
back to our
package.
nephews.
I'll burn it.
Because that's when someone stole a package from my porch, and the police wouldn't do anything about it, even with the video footage, which made me sad. And so, drawing inspiration from one of my childhood heroes, I decided to make a bait package to lure would-be thieves, and the internet seemed to like it. But despite my best efforts, 1.7 million packages are either stolen or go missing every day.
Nurses talk about Home Alone, YouTube.
Hello? Macaulay Culkin?
I couldn't help myself. I know that Chris is telling you, but still, watching this is funny. Try to, let nurses watch this. They think it's not funny.
It makes me hurt just looking at it. After that one. Gross.
Now, people want to know why I've ever seen Home Alone. Now, the thing is, I've seen Home Alone 1 and I've seen Home Alone 3, but I've never seen Home Alone 2. For one reason. Someone told me that you don't want to watch it, Tyler. It's not that good. Which, I've seen 1 and 3, but I've never seen 2. For one reason. Kids are kind of... Because someone told me that 2 is where he's lost in New York City, which... Now, I have watched Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 3 a trillion times, okay? But I have never seen Home Alone 2. Because someone told me it's not that good. Which... Someone told me you didn't understand Home Alone 2 the entire because it's New York City. So I said, okay, I'm not going to watch it.
Seth Brenner, you're a physician.
My name is Julie Fridlington. I've been in practice for 5.5 years.
My
Wow.
name is Holly. I've been an ICU nurse for the past 23 years.
Home Alone is one of my favorite childhood movies.
Probably last watched it with my dad, who is a hilarious old man that thinks Home Alone is like the greatest movie ever
It
made.
was good. Oh, gun to the nuts! The classic. Well, actually, it's pellet gun in the nuts.
Gets shot in the groin with a BB gun.
I have a BB gun. That's a pellet gun, not a BB gun. I own a BB gun.
There's even a rupture there,
Ooh.
which may affect the swimmers down the line. I don't know what treatment is for rupture from that sack. Bed rest, ice, a bag of peas.
Nurse, 23 years old.
Daniel Stern.
Dale Stern.
Fall down the stairs.
Actually, I had happened to me twice.
Action movies anymore. You don't get up from a fall like that.
Yeah, I know that for a fact, Sherlock. My uncle fell down the stairs recently and broke his ankle and part of his foot. And I should have called him, but I don't want to because I bet he's right now in so much pain and drunk and high as high heaven. So yeah, you wouldn't get up from that. No, you wouldn't get up from that. You see here, you would break your foot most likely. I know for a fact because my good old uncle broke his foot.
Concentrated a lot of his damage or injuries to the lower thoracic and lower lumbar. He could have issues with bladder control at that point.
Busted ribs. Pulmonary contusion.
Even I fell down the stairs once. Even I fell down the stairs.
Injuries.
Peeing and pooping from.
And I fell down I've been on concrete stairs before. It hurts. I actually bruised my wrist pretty good. I had to get x-rays done to my wrist because I bruised down on my wrist. And I bruised up pretty bad. I had to get x-rays done to make sure I was all right. But yeah, it was bad.
Bags, pushed around in wheelchairs, in some sort of chronic care facility.
Ooh! Burn,
I've actually
third-degree
never
burns.
seen kids smoke like that.
If you put it in the stove and the hand is actually steaming, you're going to see blistering.
Third-degree burns.
It's probably going to be black. I love how that's classic.
I hope the
Dirty
rest of the
burns.
skin stays intact throughout this movie, which is doubtful because we're going to need to remove parts of his skin with this thing that looks like a cheese
His
cutter.
ass.
And then they're going to need to graft it onto
Ooh,
his hand.
30 burns. Ooh! Iron to the head! Head hurt.
My favorite part about this is that the one injury he has is a burn.
Kind of shocking that they also interestingly spared his eye. Can't imagine he wouldn't have a corneal burn or something like that.
I'd
after being hit
be blind.
with a hot iron.
He looks great, and the burn looks very superficial. First degree, no problem. I'll be fine.
Ugh! Tar now! Ugh! I hate this part.
Rough day.
Besides bleeding, I would suspect that a nerve damage would have happened at this point.
Anytime you step on something barefoot that's especially a metal object, you worry about tetanus.
Yeah, you get a shot. Oh, blowtorch to the head.
Blowtorch to the scalp. Not just like a glancing blow. We're talking like flame to the head. We're talking second, third degree burns, blistering.
His hat has melted. The synthetics in his hat have melted to his hair and his head.
Probably would peel some of the layers of skin off. It might even expose some of the bone in that area.
And this is the piece de resistance. This is the one.
That would kill you. That would kill you.
The face screw. We're talking ocular fractures, nasal fractures.
If you get a bleed in there, especially a fast bleed where it starts taking up space quicker,
you'd be dead.
It pushes on the brain so that it stops functioning and leads to death.
Teeth are going to go flying if you get hit like this. We're talking fractured little teeth. You're gonna have like meth mouth. These guys are gonna be terrible.
Yeah, deli meth mouth.
Keep that change, you filthy animal.
So we're going to Wildwood this weekend and we're going to figure it all out. There's a bluegrass festival.
We're going.
You're not going anywhere, either of you. You are staying here. Do you hear me? You're stuck.
Christmas. It's a time for friends.
I want to throw an enormous Christmas party at your house. I was thinking Christmas Eve.
Is she speaking to us?
Good food. And family.
So, Buzz, are we finally going to meet your girlfriend?
Sure.
Oh, shit.
This isn't an ordinary Christmas. It's the McAllister family reunion.
You should just go. I would feel good about going because you are how you are.
Because it specifically feels like you're trying to get away from me.
Okay. This.
So, Buzz, are we finally going to meet your girlfriend?
Sure. This isn't an ordinary Christmas. It's the McAllister family reunion.
You should just go. I would feel good about going because you are how you are.
Because it specifically feels like you're trying to get away from me.
Fuller, go easy on the whiskey.
And this time, nobody gets left behind.
It's me.
This family is a little complicated.
So, I brought you something.
But forget me. You know, the cutest fucking 8-year-old in the universe. Okay. So this is about you. I can fend off my house from 2 psychopath home invaders. Yeah, I did find that weird at the time.
But not everybody shares the Christmas
Wait,
spirit.
What happened?
Psychopath home invaders. Yeah, I did find that weird at the time.
Escaped? Coming out next. Escape. Harry Marv. Be on the lookout. Harry, the Wet Bandits.
But not
Escape.
everybody shares the Christmas spirit.
Hey, morons, huh?
This feud isn't over.
I fucking want you.
It's time for this family to heal.
What happened to the boy?
Home Alone, Christmas Reunion. This is one film you'll never forget. Coming soon.
2021.
It's me!
I got party appearance. You should totally talk.
Follow the star in your heart.
Marker. So that was actually true.
Today we're going to be going on a film crawl and crawling one of my favorite films of all time, the 1990 holiday classic Home Alone. We're in Chicago, Illinois, and a ton of places to go. So let's get crawling.
Chicago's not that far from here. Film crawl. Wait. Wow. O'Hare Airport, Chicago, Illinois. I actually went past. Wait. I've been there, I think. Wait.
You can tell.
Now, I actually have been to Chicago tons of times. I've been to Chicago at least 10 times. Been to Chicago for the day, maybe 5 times or 4. You know, it's here. Aquarium, school, aquarium, trips. Sears Tower. I've been to Chicago 6 times on day trips. At least 6 times. And most of the times we took a bus or we took the train. I usually took the train to go to Chicago. It's there. 2 times I went to Chicago. 2 times I went to Chicago. I took the train. Why? It was easier to get around taking the train. Oh, I need to poop my pants. You have kids. So O'Hare hasn't changed much in the past 30 years. Hasn't changed much.
You can tell this is the place they were running down because of the staircase right there. Notice the red stripe above the stairs. Same stripe that was there back in 1990. It's a match.
So it's 30 years later. Still the same. Phone's still here.
Like most of John Hughes' movies, Home Alone was filmed entirely in Chicago, mainly in a little suburb called Winnetka. And the interesting thing about these locations is they're all pretty close to one another, except for one spot. But we're going to hit that later.
Zip, don't get scared now.
First off, we're going to hit the holy grail of Home Alone locations. You know what I'm talking about.
The house.
The McAllister house.
And that's the silver toilet.
There it is.
Wow.
Looks like it's kind of boarded up. I think they're trying to keep away the wet bandits.
Cool. What's up?
That part is neat.
It's loaded. It's got lots of comfort goods.
Cars are still here. They didn't go to the airport. That's not good.
And what do fans do when they come to this house? It's all about the selfie.
You think you can keep it down a little in there, huh?
Okay, so we've been granted access to the backyard of the house for 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to soak this all in for you. There's the window where Kevin waved to old man Marley. The backyard looks a little different, but it's actually the same.
Cool.
So that screen porch was actually here in 1990, but they bricked it to make it look like it was part of the house.
That's a good idea. I wish it's a good idea.
And the door to the kitchen would have been right there. Again, that was a fake door because the actual kitchen is in the center of the house, right behind the screen porch.
No kidding.
That basement staircase, completely artificial, not part of the house at all.
Something ain't right. Go check it out.
Before filming, they dug a hole right about here and built that fake staircase to the basement.
I've always been afraid of our basement.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
Over there's the window where Kevin ziplined all the way to the tree right here. Wow. Total bucket list moment here. Always wanted to do this.
Pizza.
I'm probably not the first person to do this. Am I not the first?
How much do I owe you? Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Wait.
A lovely cheese pizza.
Kevin McAllister? Oh, he's coming with us. Like I mentioned before, these locations.
That gotta be funny though. Like over Domino's cheese pizza.
Is that Kevin McAllister? Oh, he's coming with us.
Really my cousin.
Like I mentioned before, these locations are located really close to one another. So right now we're heading to the supermarket, and the funny thing is it actually makes a lot of sense that Kevin could have walked from his house to these places.
Wait, Eldon, Chicago. Well, Keegan. Oh, that makes perfect sense now. That makes perfect sense. There's a house now. It's a chicken shop. It's a chicken restaurant now. What Keegan? That makes more sense though, doesn't it? It makes a little sense now. Makes sense now. Because what Keegan's not far.
Market, and the funny thing is it actually makes a lot of sense that Kevin could have walked from his house to these places.
Really? We're doing great. This is about a 4-minute walk. Okay, I'm gonna mute this TV. Hey, Mom, can I have some kids? Mom, can I have some kids? Kids, Mom? Let me start with you guys. See, look, it hasn't changed much in the past 20, 30 years.
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't care. Pharmacy!
This is where Kevin went into the pharmacy, which is right over there. Where he stole the toothbrush, ran across the street.
I don't care. I'm doing this. Hey, this TV. Mom. This party. I'll pay for it. Oh, that's not bad. 15 minutes. I'm gonna drop the shit and leave. We know that really didn't happen on purpose. It's October, but still. Is there actually an ice rink still there? No, the ice rink was just made for the film. Fat cop. So he used his cousin for the scenes.
When most people come here, they think that the house across the street is the Murphy house, but it's actually the house next door.
Oh, okay. I bet Mr. I'll pay for it. Okay.
Merry Christmas. The Murphys?
The Murphys went to Florida.
People on the street definitely are used to people coming by. Some of them are not the happiest.
I don't like the way that kid looked. Did you see that?
Never seen him before. Let's see what house he goes into.
Why is he going faster? I told you something was wrong. See, I knew he looked at me weird. Why would he run?
Cut. So how far was the church from the house? My question.
Now, the Home Alone Church is a little tricky because it's a two-tone location, meaning different interior, different exterior. Now, this is the exterior, which is Trinity United Methodist Church, about 3 miles away from the McAllister house. So this would have been quite the run for Kevin.
Yeah. 3 miles? Because the church I work at, it's about a mile. 3 miles is really pushing it because I work at a church about, I don't really know. I can't run to my church work, but you see here. I don't even know the address. You see here. Let me do something useful here. You see here. How far is it to the subway on Main Street in Three Rivers, Michigan?
You are 1.4 miles away from Subway.
So, okay, it helps me out a little bit. That means I'm about 1.4, so about 1. That makes no sense. So about 1.5, so about a mile and a half from my work. So round trip, it'd be about 3 miles. Round trip, from work to home, would be a 3 mile trip. Okay, that makes sense. So it's like, for example, walking to Subway and walking back home, or more frankly, walking from. Let's see here. How far is it from Three Rivers City Hall?
It is 0.5 miles to get to Subway from Three Rivers City Hall.
How far is it from my location to City Hall of Three Rivers?
You are 1.4 miles away from Three Rivers City Hall.
So walking from City Hall, then walking from City Hall back home, that's about 1.5 miles, okay? I know, for example, from my house to, so post office is almost a mile from my house to the post office. Wow. I'm not real good at numbers, but I do know something. Some numbers make more sense than others. Okay, I got 90% power, so I'm not going to play Pokemon Go. But yeah, guys. Yeah, guys, so I'll be leaving in a bit. I have to pack my gear up, so in a bit I'll pack my gear up and go to the post office and stuff like that.
Now, all the shots inside were filmed in an entirely different church.
Okay.
So there's really no reason to go inside here.
I'm not going to. Me neither. Let's get out of here.
Oh shit! Rewind this.
System.
I'm gonna mute this part because this part is like I don't want to talk about what this is, but I'm gonna mute this part because this part is not for you guys to hear. But it's sad though, guys. So 3 miles from the church—that's a long drive, and we're done. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's go back home and poop my pants. I'm gonna do some stuff, guys. So see ya.